Yeah.
Beer mimosas have really good reviews.
The beer mimosas. The beer mimosas were good. Yeah, it's going to kind of wobble around when people walk around it.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, it's all right. I mean, if you hold it, it's good. You
Okay.
gotta hold it down a little bit. Yeah, it's fine.
All right, the Hawks are going to get going here. We're done with warm-ups. We are playing Fond du Lac in the consolation game. It's been a great level of competition, I'd say, although the Hawks haven't lost. They haven't won either. They are undefeated. They've tied the first 3 games, and this is going to be the final one, which is a late one, 8:20 p.m. local start. Thank you, sir. And
Better not be a tie.
yeah, we better not tie.
0-4 coming out of Chicago.
Yeah.
Too close to the microphone here. I might get in trouble.
All right. We'll go mute it while you're near me.
I can, yes. I'll go stand over there. You're good. You're good. I mean, yeah, you're kind of actually, you're.
All right, we're getting started. We're going to have Seyfried, Vossenkemper, and Deep at forward, along with Peterson and Kane to start on the back end. This Fond du Lac team, we tied them yesterday. Well, we tied everybody, but we tied these guys 2-2. And here comes Fond du Lac. They get right into the zone. Quick shot. It goes high. Hopefully we're a little bit more ready to play than that, because that player went right past us and got a decent shot off. The Seyfried comes, tried to get in the zone, but it bounces back. This Fond du Lac team does have some speed. They do have a short bench, though, and this is the end of the weekend. A turnover, pass into the slot. Fortunately, they bumbled it up them with very little help from us. Hawks better wake up here. So Kane into the corner. Kane around the horn to Deep. Deep hits Seyfried, and they're going to call a trip on Seyfried. So the goalie for Fond du Lac came out of the zone, and I thought we touched the puck twice here. And finally, they call the penalty. That's going to be a tripping penalty on Seyfried. He's going to go see Mr. Peterson. It's trip. So if anybody knows the results of the Bears-Rams game, please let us know. So onto the ice we have, looks like Carroll and Pope on defense, along with Bussman and Lang. That one doesn't get all the way through. So Lang, Bussman, Carroll, Pope are your 4. And, of course, Ethan Lefebvre in between the pipes. Hawks have not had a power play today. Jewel Osco dropped us as a sponsor earlier this morning because of that. Luckily, Bussman's here. He went to the wrong rink, so we got lucky there. And as did our goalie, which would have been even worse. But all good, very confusing. There are 2 rinks across the street from each other, both called the Edge. That's a genius way to set up a municipal plan.
They just love the name.
They love the Edge, as we do in Littleton, Colorado. This is the Edge on John Street. We got it into the zone, but we are on the kill. Lang applying the pressure. We got Varley also back. That was a shot. Varley back of the net. Turnover. Shorthanded goal. Bob Peterson's trying to let Seyfried out of the box, but it was a shorthanded goal. That does not allow him to come out of the box. I'm giving Mr. Peterson the shoulders. Shorthanded goal for Varley on the turnover. Here comes Varley again. How about another one? Not able to get the shot on net. Right in front of the net to Lang. Lang back to Varley. A little too hot to handle. And Fond du Lac gets it in. Pope's going to go down low. Pope down low again. She throws it around the boards and gets it to Stack, who's on the ice. We're at even strength. I should have mentioned that, but Carroll comes up. Nice job. He gets the red line. He's going to get it deep. The defenseman will change. So you got Stromberg, Dodge, and Stack back of the net. Stack gets the scoring off. That was Stack on the rebound, so we got Varley on the first goal, Stack on the second, and I haven't even gotten the scoreboard started. Forgive me. But it is 2-0 Hawks. 2 has kind of been our magic number this weekend as we've had 2 goals in each of the first 2 games, I guess. Dodge is going to go after it. We got Peterson and Carlson on the blue line. Turnovers tonight have been the story early in this game. Fond du Lac's given the Hawks 2 quick chances. They're going to call a checking penalty on Dodge. A little bit of a collision, but he got his arms up and made it pretty easy on the official to call the penalty, even though it was more of a collision. That said, there's judgment in officials' calls, as we learned in the Broncos game last night.
No video replay on this one.
No video replay here, that's right. The Hawks again go on the penalty kill. We're actually getting sponsors reaching out to sponsor our penalty kill since we don't have a power play. Seyfried fighting for that, comes in a danger zone. Shot goes wide. Ethan was there with the glove, however. Again, we are on the kill for another minute. 8:37 left in this first period. Hawks up 2-0. Fond du Lac. Looks like Fond du Lac has 6 skaters on the bench. So again, a short bench. Foul that away. Deep, chips it up the boards. Neutral zone. Knock away by Seyfried. We are now at even strength. Vossenkemper came onto the ice right as it gets to the net, and Ethan covers it up. So let's see if we can stay out of the box for a minute. Hawks are going to send out it looks like Pope and Kane are the defensemen. And then you got Dodge and Vossenkemper. Vossenkemper on the breakaway. Physical battle. Vossenkemper, they did not call that, but looked like it could have been. That said, here come Fond du Lac. And a nice job. Pope breaks that up. She gets it to
Go!
Lang initially, but it gets by him. Kane comes up, throws it forward. Nice job by him. Turning into the middle is Vossenkemper. He's going to go change. He backhands it down low. Lang behind the net looking for Varley, who scored the first goal. Bussman onto the ice, comes to the point, but it squirts past Kane. So going to go back to our zone where Margaret will pick it up. Margaret tries to get it by the Fond du Lac player, not able to do it, but ties him up enough. And it comes to Bussman. We got a little bit of a 2-on-2 with Varley. Bussman loses it as the Hawks are changing. So luckily, quick shot. Ethan with the blocker knocks it up and over the net. So you got Carroll and Carlson as your D-men, and then Varley, Dodge, Bussman as the forwards. Here comes Dodge. 2-on-2 as Bussman goes to change. He's got Varley, but he's going to shoot it. And it gets through the goalie. I didn't quite see how that got through, but I think it squirted under his arm. Was a good shot there, but the Fond du Lac team has pulled the goalie in the first period, and they have 6 players, skaters on the ice. And that's a goal.
Put him back out! Come on, coach!
It's 4-0 straight. They got a short bench. They probably had a tough weekend, but I don't understand that removing. So again, for those of you that weren't totally following, we scored our third goal. Goalie was frustrated. The crowd and the goalie's mom in particular said some nasty things next to me at her, presumably her son. And the coach decided to pull the goalie. He doesn't have a backup goalie. And so he put another skater out, and we promptly scored an open net goal. Who even scored the open net goal? Stack did. Brecken Stack. Stack has his second. So, and that's a great pass to Stack. Another one. Back of the net. Stack. Another goal. Is that a first period hat trick? There's 4 minutes left in the first period. I'm going to have to dig deep in the back for color commentary stories for this one. Did I mention there's 2 edges? One's on John Street. Lordy. And here comes Kane. I'm going to do my best to treat this game seriously, even though the other team doesn't seem to be doing so. Back on defense is Kane. Peterson's catching up. Great pass across to Big 87. He shoots it, and it goes in the net. The big fella gets a goal. A little bit of a breakaway given, 1:50 to go. The Cardiac Bears. Fond du Lac comes into the zone. They got another shot, goes low and away. That was perfectly placed, but a great kick save by Ethan. Varley into the zone. Fond du Lac players. Fond du Lac. Got to say lack, not lock. Lack. Right? Thank you. Fond du Lac players have some skill, and hopefully they can just settle this game down. Nobody wants to see a 10-1 game. And let's see a well-played hockey game here. Nice knock away by Kane. 2:44 to go. Hawks certainly feeling like they should be in the championship tomorrow. Not having lost, unlike the Blues, but the Chicago Blues advanced on the third tiebreaker. First tiebreaker is points, second tiebreaker is head-to-head, third tiebreaker is goal differential. And they lost one by 2, but won one by 4 and tied us, which gives them +2, and we had 3 ties. So that was unfortunate. Pope and Carroll are your D-men. Varley and Busman are your forwards. And coming onto the ice is Dodge, I believe. Here comes Busman. Tries to get a shot off of that big frame, not able to pull the trigger. Fond du Lac throws it in deep, and they go change. Carroll, cross-ice pass, gets it to Stack. Stack, he of 3 goals in the first period. That one's tipped, and it bounces past Carroll. A little bit of a breakaway on Ethan, and it gets in the back of the net, goes under his stick arm. So this one's kind of opened up a little bit. Stack with the one-timer. Goalie knocks it away. Stack. Dodge now. He gets a trip. That's going to put us on the power play, sponsored by Portillo's this evening. 50 cents off your next hot dog. If the Hawks score. The Bears are right there about to score, it appears, for those of you NFL fans. Looks like it's 27 seconds to go, 4th and 4. Up to Stack again. Portillo's power play. Stack into the zone to Stromberg. Stromberg backhand. He got some heat on that backhand. It went wide. And that's going to be an icing. So the Portillo's power play will continue this period with 11 seconds left in the first period and a minute left on the power play.
Oh, no way. You catch that? Yeah. Holy shit. 17-17.
Woo! Go Bears!
Bear down.
Bear down!
Pope goes back to get it, and she throws it into the neutral zone. And that's the end of the period. 5-2. That was a wild first period, but the Hawks will be on the Portillo's power play for 49 seconds when we start the second. We'll be back in a minute. You got deep Voss and Kemper and Seyfried, and then back on the blue line, you got Carlson and Kane. Sounds like the Bears tied the game, so Chicago will not be paying attention to this game. Shot goes wide from the point by Carlson. 14 seconds left on the power play. Kane with a nice reversal to Carlson, who flips it up to Seyfried, who's able to get past the defender. He's got Voss and Kemper ahead of him deep in the middle. Good play by the Fond du Lac player. Might end up being icing. It will. I think Kane was trying to bounce it to Bussman, or excuse me, to Voss and Kemper, but angle wasn't right, so that'll be icing. We'll do a defensive zone face-off here. Loose puck in front of the net. Peterson's got it. We are, of course, at even strength now. We got Lang and Bussman and Varley as your forwards. Peterson and Carroll as your D-men. Fond du Lac into the zone. Good stick there by Lang. Carroll's behind the net with the puck. Looks like the game has kind of settled in a little bit here as Fond du Lac is possessing the puck, and the game is again, after a wild start to the game, they're going to call a penalty on Fond du Lac. That's going to put us on the Portillo's power play. So we're going to send out Carlson and Pope, and on the forward line will be Stromberg, Dodge, and Stack. 5-2, Hawks in the lead here. Early second period, minute and a half penalty. Power play, Portillo's. 50 cents off your next hot dog. Pope in the neutral zone. She reverses it, gets it to Stromberg, but he's not able to turn the corner. Pope gets it over to Stack. Stack into the zone. Over, across. It looks like it was between Pope and Dodge. It's going to go deep into our zone. Carlson's going to get there. Stromberg between his legs. Crafty little play to hit Stack, moving with some speed, but a good back check by the Fond du Lac player, who throws it in deep. 52 seconds left on the penalty, 9-12 in the period. Pope behind the net. She gets it out of the zone. Pope got there first and chipped it up the board. Cross-ice pass here to Stromberg from Carlson. Stromberg throws it around the horn. Dodge is going to get there. And that one leaks out. Carlson gets it back to Pope, but the pass was a little hot to handle. Pope gets it up to Stromberg, though. Good recovery. Into the middle. We are almost, but not quite at even strength. We're at even strength now. Power play's over. Pope's behind the net, trying to figure out what to do. She gets it to Stromberg. Carlson's behind the net. He reverses. Good cross-ice pass to Vostenkemper. Dodges there, too. Vostenkemper gets through. He's got Stromberg in the middle. He gets past one. He gets past two. Back of the net. Vostenkemper with the goal. Nice job there by the Hawks. Get another one on the board after 5 early ones. And then giving up a couple, and now up 6-2 here, late. So 6-2. Sorry if we're having some streaming problems. It looks like we do have 5G, but the Wi-Fi did go down momentarily here. I imagine it's because everybody is streaming the Bears and Rams game. It's in overtime. It's tied in overtime. I don't know. Again, the Wi-Fi did go down. We're working on solving that. So give me just a minute. Vostenkemper into the zone again. He gets it to deep. Peterson does a good job keeping it in the zone. Nice job by Kane getting a stick on it, but it still gets through. Shot was saved by Ethan. He had to leave the net to save that one. Unfortunately, the rebound was just out of the reach of the Fond du Lac player. Here comes Vostenkemper. He drops it to deep, but they weren't quite on the same page. But a good pass over to Seyfried. Seyfried shoots it. It's easily knocked away. Here comes Fond du Lac. Ethan with the save. 6-2 in the about the middle of the game. Certainly been an eventful one so far. Hawks should have beaten this team yesterday, and if they would have won either game yesterday, they would have been in the championship tomorrow. '87 fired it hard, high, and wide. Seyfried chips it in, trying to get control of it in the zone. He does end up throwing a shot that's wide. Varley is there now. Varley in the middle. Good danger zone pass, but doesn't quite connect. Burley knocks it out of the zone. Barley was about to take a shot, but his eyes got big and unfortunately did not get the shot off. So back on defense is Carroll and Pope. Pope providing the initial pressure. She fell, but Ethan was there. Lang coming up with speed, but loses it momentarily. Here comes Lang in the zone. He's got Busman behind him. He backhands it, got some heat on it, and the goalie to give us a stream here. So again, sorry. At least it was this game. Gets to Vossen-Kemper. He's not able to pull the trigger. Carlson and Pope are back on defense. Vossen-Kemper over to Seyfried. Seyfried fires it in the back of the net. Nolan with a long-range shot from way downtown. Bang. The Wi-Fi's in and out. We're going to cellular. We're doing everything we can, all the tricks in the book. But the score is 8-2, 7 minutes. It looks like the clock's going to be running. Carlson's behind the net. It goes. The stream is going in and out. I imagine everybody in this facility is streaming the Bears-Rams game, and that's probably. It's over. The Rams roll on. Rams, Seattle, Patriots, Broncos. Fond du Lac with the stretch pass. Pope stops it and throws it in. Pass in the middle to Vossen-Kemper, who dumps it in. Laying down low, the Hawks are changing. 5:38 to go in this one. Intercepted by Busman. Busman's got some space. He tries to fire it, but didn't get the full trigger pull there. Loose puck in front of the net. One shot was blocked after Varley put it on net, and then the second one bounced away. But a nice pass. Loose puck in front of the net. Pass to Busman. No goal. Here comes Fond du Lac. Kane is going to go back with it. I've seen a lot of things in hockey, but never a first period empty netter. Intercepted on the attempt from Varley to Busman, but then that creates an offsides. So again, the clock is running. Lang chips it in. Kane cleans it up.
Good rating. Go get it. Go get it.
Fond du Lac comes in the zone. They're going to fire it, but Ethan is there for the blocker save. Nice job.
My bad, that's my bad.
Stromberg gets it across. He gets it over. Nice pass to Stack. Stack for his fourth. Almost, but the goalie with the blocker save. Stack on the far boards. Carroll and Carlson are on a D. We got 2:48 to go in this one. Here comes Dodge. He's going to get a shot. Goalie knocks it away, but throws it right to Stack, but the defenseman ties him up before he could shoot it. 8-2 is the score. Nice breakup by Carroll. Stack with it. Intercepted there by Carroll. He's taking it himself. Into the middle, hit Dodge's stick, but not able to get a shot off. So we got Pope on the ice at defense. She's going to have it. She throws it back down low. In the neutral zone, Deep came onto the ice. Dodge has it with the shot. We have 1:36 to go. Clock is running. Loose puck, Vosenkemper trying to get it deep. Fires it, but a kick save by the goalie. Kane to Seyfried. Seyfried, wide angle. Dangerous pass, but a beautiful pass from Seyfried to Deep. And that's going to put a bow on this one. Making it 9-2, 54 seconds left. Clock is running. Hammer, meet nail. Pope keeps it on the blue line, throws it back in. 9 seconds to go in this one. And that's the end of the game. 9-2 is the final. The Hawks, good to get off the last game of the tournament to get a W. After 3 ties, we are undefeated on the weekend. 1-0-3. Sounds a little ugly, but this was good competition. Fond du Lac certainly lacked today. But the Chicago Blues, and in particular the Northern Express, were some really strong teams. Some of the best we played this year. Good to see us stack up. We will see you next time.